Welcome to Museum Friedland. Your host is Klaus Magnus. I'm going to present to you today a special room in our museum which shows the history of the tracing service of the German Red Cross in the refugee camp of Friedland, which was established in 1945 after the end of World War II by the British occupation forces in order to channel the stream of returning prisoners of war and of refugees who came through this area and moved into the British occupation zone or vice versa into the Soviet occupation zone. The tracing service was very much needed because due to the war, millions of families were separated and through the events of the war, landscapes and houses, towns were destroyed, people were expelled from their houses, men were as soldiers in the field, had died or were kept in prisoner of war camps. Since 1947, all returnees in Camp Friedland were interrogated and interviewed by the tracing service of the Red Cross, which at that time was established in Camp Friedland. This room shows in more or less large pictures the location and the Red Cross workers at work interviewing returning refugees. The basic of the service was that everyone who was searching for a person had to fill out a file card with the name of the one who was missing and the own name and address of the one who was searching this person. And on the other hand, all returning prisoners of war filled out a card with their name, and if the name was already in the file, that they two cards would meet. In 1948, a photo index system was established because it was found out that names were not efficient enough and sufficient enough to identify persons, because many of the soldiers had known their comrades only by first name, or even if they had known the last name, there were many men with the same first and last name. So photos were essential. The idea came from the posters which were distributed by families and posted around the camp, most of them with photos. With these photo index, the success was increased. More missing persons could be identified in shorter time. We have a very moving story, which everyone who comes here to the museum can also listen to with the audio guide. That's why the orange knobs are for. And it's a story about the poster here of that man in the picture, a soldier who was missing from Stalingrad. His wife came along with her son as often as transports arrived in Friedland looking for the husband and father, but at the end he never showed up. So the son of that missing soldier presented the original poster which his mother held in her hands, searching for her husband, and gave an eyewitness interview, of which the sound material is part here. But to add up to the story, the curator of this room traveled through Germany to different museums in order to look for additional material about the subject tracing service. And at one point, a file was handed to her with press photos. And in this file, she found all of a sudden, and surprisingly, the photo which shows Frau Popp with exactly the same poster that we had been given for the exhibition in our museum. So we have picture material, we have documents, we have copy of documents on the trays around here where you can find additional material, and we have all the volumes with the photo index of the German Red Cross, and even 2 volumes to browse through